Why do some people stay poor their entire lives, while others rise from nothing and build empires that last generations? It's not just about luck. It's not even just about hard work. It's about mindset, wisdom, and the courage to challenge what the world told you about money. King Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, didn't just leave behind riches. He left dangerous lessons. Lessons so raw, so brutally honest, they've been buried under modern noise for centuries. But if you dare to apply them, they can shatter the mindset of poverty and rebuild your financial life from the inside out. Today, we're uncovering 10 of Solomon's most dangerous financial truths. Not because they're harmful, but because they defy comfort, pride, and excuses. And most people? They're not ready for that kind of responsibility. But you're here. So lean in. Because once you hear these, you can't unhear them. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Poverty is a mindset before it's a condition. You don't become poor the moment your bank account hits zero. You become poor the moment you believe you'll never rise above it. Solomon wrote, "The lazy man says, there's a lion outside." Fear, excuses, paralysis. That's where poverty starts, not in the wallet, but in the mind. Some stay broke not because they lack money, but because they refuse to challenge the thoughts keeping them small. They see opportunity and bury it, just like the servant in ancient wisdom who hid his talent in the ground, afraid to risk. He didn't fail because he lacked. He failed because he feared. Poverty is a pattern, a belief system, a mindset that whispers, "You're not ready. You're not good enough. Don't try, you might lose." And that mindset becomes your cage. Identify one belief you hold about money that keeps you stuck. Where did it come from? Who planted it? Now ask, is it true or is it just familiar? To break out of poverty, you don't just need more income. You need a new internal standard. Because wealth never begins in your hands. It begins in your mind. Lesson 2. The cost of poor companionship. Solomon said it plainly. Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble. Your environment is not neutral. It is either pulling you up or dragging you down. If you're surrounded by people who blame, complain, and remain, you will inherit their poverty, even if you don't realize it. It's not just about money. It's about energy, ambition, belief systems. If everyone around you spends recklessly, mocks discipline, and settles for just enough, how long before you do the same? Wealthy people don't just manage money. They manage access. They protect their mindset by curating their circle. Because they know poverty is contagious and so is prosperity. Take inventory of your relationships. Who around you speaks in limitation? Who discourages growth? Then ask, who inspires me? Challenges me? Makes me think bigger? You don't have to cut people off with hate. But you must start investing more time where growth is normal. Because if you want to change your life, you need to change who's speaking into it. Lesson 3. The danger of comfort. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief. That's Solomon warning us that comfort, not crisis, is what destroys most people. Pain wakes you up. Comfort? It lulls you into decay disguised as peace. You stop striving. You settle for average. And you call it being content when really you're just afraid to stretch. Comfort whispers, "You've done enough. You deserve a break. Relax, you're not that bad off." But while you're sleeping on your potential, poverty is creeping in the back door. It's not the fire that ruins people, it's the couch. Because the poor don't just lack money. They often lack the discipline to reject easy in favor of meaningful. Ask yourself, where in my life am I mistaking comfort for progress? It could be your job, your habits, your routines. Disrupt it. Break the pattern. Start waking up 30 minutes earlier. Invest before you spend. Say no to instant pleasure so you can say yes to long-term power. Because if comfort becomes your master, poverty becomes your shadow. Lesson 4. Debt is slavery in disguise. Solomon didn't mince words when he said, "The borrower is servant to the lender." Read that again. He didn't say debt is inconvenient. He said it's slavery with a smile. Today, they package it differently. They call it points, perks, credit lines. But the chains are the same. You buy things you haven't earned to impress people you don't respect, and end up paying for years with money you haven't made. Debt doesn't just steal your money. It steals your future, your freedom, your options. Every payment is a decision already made for you. Solomon's wisdom wasn't anti-wealth. It was anti-bondage. Because he knew you can't build a kingdom while living in a cage. If you're in debt, stop treating it like background noise. Make it a mission. Start with the smallest debt, pay it off, then roll that momentum into the next, the debt snowball method. Cut lifestyle inflation. Sell what weighs you down. Every dollar of freedom you reclaim is a step out of invisible slavery. Debt may be normal, but so is being broke. Choose differently. Lesson 5. Skill is greater than luck. Solomon once asked, "Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. Not gamblers. Not influencers. Skilled men. That's who earns the respect of empires." The world loves to glamorize luck. We idolize overnight success stories. But Solomon knew. Luck fades. Skill compounds. You don't build wealth on chance. You build it on mastery, the quiet, often unseen, commitment to doing one thing exceptionally well. The rich don't chase everything. They master something. And that mastery becomes their magnet, attracting income, opportunity, and legacy. So while others scroll, distract, and dabble, the wealthy practice, refine, and dominate. What is one skill that, if mastered, could transform your finances? Sales, communication, coding, design, investing. Take it. Obsess over it. Commit to becoming elite, not just average. Because while luck might open a door once, skill keeps it open for life. Lesson 6. True wealth starts with wisdom. Wisdom is more precious than rubies. That's not poetry, it's a warning. Because wealth without wisdom is a weapon turned inward. Solomon could have asked for anything: power, fame, riches. But he asked for wisdom. And because of that, he received everything else. Why? Because wisdom multiplies whatever it touches. We live in a world drowning in information, but starving for wisdom. Intelligence can make you money, but only wisdom can keep it. Only wisdom tells you when to wait, what to ignore, who to trust. Most people go broke not from lack of income, but from poor judgment. Bad deals, bad timing, bad influences. Wisdom protects you before the damage begins. Start investing in wisdom before wealth. Read deeply. Think slowly. Question everything. Study not just how to make money, but how to keep it, grow it, and use it with purpose. Because wealth without wisdom is noise. But wisdom? That's the frequency of kings. Lesson 7. Long-term vision prevents short-term poverty. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Solomon wasn't talking about eyesight. He was talking about foresight. The ability to see beyond the weekend, beyond the paycheck, beyond the now. Poverty thrives in short-term thinking. It feeds on impulses, distractions, and "I'll deal with it later." The wealthy play a different game. They think in decades, not days. While others ask, "What can I afford this month?" they ask, "What legacy am I building this year?" Without vision, your money reacts. With vision, your money builds. Every financial decision becomes a vote for your future, not just relief for the present. Solomon ruled with generational vision. That's why his wealth outlived him. Sit down. Block distractions. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 10 years, financially, emotionally, spiritually? Then reverse engineer the path. Every budget, every investment, every sacrifice should point to that vision. Because without a map, you're just wandering with a wallet. Lesson 8. Build before you enjoy. Prepare your work outside, get everything ready in the field, and after that, build your house. In other words, earn the harvest before you celebrate the feast. But today, we reward ourselves before the work is done. We buy the car before we've built the business. We take the trip before we've planted the seeds. We chase lifestyle instead of legacy. Solomon taught structure. Foundation before decoration. Systems before satisfaction. Because pleasure without preparation leads to regret disguised as success. The poor spend to feel rich. The rich delay to build wealth that lasts. Luxury isn't evil. But luxury out of order is financial sabotage. Reverse your reward system. Don't celebrate until the system is built. Before the new gadget, fund the investment. Before the upgrade, protect the foundation. Ask yourself before every purchase, am I harvesting or just pretending I planted? Because the real flex is building first and enjoying forever. Lesson 9. Courage in the face of risk. The lazy man says, there's a lion in the street. That's how Solomon described fear. A vivid excuse wrapped in logic. Some people never build wealth. Not because they lack opportunity, but because they overthink risk until courage dies. Every business, every investment, every life-changing decision comes with fear. But poverty weaponizes that fear into paralysis. It convinces you to wait, hesitate, delay, until the chance is gone. Solomon knew. Excuses wear masks. They sound wise. They feel safe. But underneath, they're just fear posing as intelligence. The rich don't feel less fear. They just act through it. What opportunity have you been avoiding because you're calling fear logic? What move have you postponed in the name of being careful? Start small, but start bold. Because staying in your comfort zone might feel secure today, but it's costing you everything tomorrow. Courage isn't reckless. It's responsible. Because no one escapes poverty by playing it safe. Lesson 10. Discipline is freedom. Whoever ignores discipline comes to poverty and shame. That's not a suggestion. That's a verdict. Solomon understood something most people ignored. Discipline isn't restriction, it's liberation. The undisciplined may look free on the outside, but inside, they're enslaved to every urge, every impulse, every distraction. Poverty often hides in small, repeated choices. The budget skipped. The meal ordered. The workout missed. And over time, those micro decisions become macro consequences. Discipline is the bridge between wisdom and wealth. It's the quiet force that says no to what's easy, so you can say yes to what's eternal. The disciplined don't chase money. They attract it by becoming the kind of person wealth can trust. Audit your habits. Where are you leaking power through laziness or avoidance? Start small, one disciplined decision today. Track your spending. Stick to your schedule. Delay the gratification. Because discipline isn't about control. It's about freedom with direction. And if you lack it, Solomon warns, poverty will find you even if you think you're safe.